Now, hey, we can now turn once again to our lovely letter here, which we've been discussing. Okay, for the last couple times now, I've been kind of saying we're going to get on to talk about human sacrifice. Okay, so again, we had somebody write in here, and she's saying that to be a follower of the entire Bible, a Christian must agree with human sacrifice. Okay, now this is just another example of misguided information from somebody who has never read the Bible. So what I'm going to do here, human sacrifice in the Bible, is kind of a, again, I have all these big subjects to tackle with a limited amount of time to do it, so I can't do it all on the course of one show. So what we're going to do today is we're going to establish that God does not condone human sacrifice. Okay, so in front of me here I have some things written down here, some Bible passages. Today we're actually going to be breaking out the Bible, and I'm going to be laying a groundwork today, and we're going to talk deeper and more get into more particulars in the next couple shows. Okay, so I'm going to turn first to Leviticus chapter 20, verses 1 through 5. Okay, so here it says here. This is the Lord addressing Moses. Okay, he says, "Say to the people of Israel, any man of the people of Israel, or strangers that sojourn in the land of Israel, who gives any of his children to Moloch, shall be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. I myself will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he has given one of his children to Moloch, defiling my sanctuary and profaning my holy name." Okay, then we're going to jump ahead again, Old Testament. We're going to look at the prophet Jeremiah. So we're going to turn to Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 31. Okay, and that one reads, "And they have built the high place of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and daughters in fire, which I did not command, nor did it come to my mind." Okay? And then I'm going to move ahead to one more verse here, and we're going to again look at Jeremiah. This time it's going to be Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 35. Okay, and that one reads, "They built the high places of Baal in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to offer up their sons and daughters to Moloch, though I did not command them, nor did it enter into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin." Okay, so in the past sermon, okay, with this letter, we talked about how when the Israelites went into the Promised Land, they were supposed to kill all the pagan tribes in that land, okay? Due to the fact that if they didn't, they would become corrupted and interbreeding and be brought into the diversity of these other tribes, okay? And the corrupting power of these other tribes would turn the Israelites from God's holy commands, and God's intention was to keep Israel separate from these people and keep them a holy nation which was obedient to Him alone. Okay, now you see the pagan tribes that we're dealing with here were sacrificing their children. Okay, so we see human sacrifice as actually being part of these other tribes, not the Israelites. Human sacrifice was forbidden to the Israelites by God. So first, she argues that diversity is a good thing. We see in that case with the Israelites, it was not a good thing. And then she's putting the human sacrifice onto as if it was God's will or part of God's plan for human sacrifice, when it definitely wasn't. But it was the Israelites not obeying God and carrying out His commands that led them to keep company with these pagan tribes who did perform human sacrifices. And you see from the verses I read God's opinions or His views on human sacrifice, and He does not condone it, but instead condemns it. Okay, so we're going to talk about two particular cases of human sacrifice from the Old Testament first, and we're going to look at God's telling Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac, who was heir to the promise that Israel would become a great nation. Then we're going to look also at one of the judges. I'm not an expert at pronouncing Hebrew names, but I'm going to try. Jephthah, who made a foolish vow and sacrificed his own daughter. So we're going to take a look at that in more detail next time. So I'll be back in 8 to 10. We're going to look at Nitro Force 10 and see where we are with this. Alright, I'll see you then. Alright, hey, welcome back. We're here again with North Shore Nitro Force 10 Dangerous Hot Sauce. Alright, yeah, take one more look at that guy. Yeah. So, anyway, what I'm left with Nitro Force 10 is kind of a little bit of a glow on the back of the roof of my mouth, and I'm getting kind of those garlicky, peppery, salty notes still lingering over my tongue, kind of making for it's rather pleasant, actually. The sauce kind of a what I'd like to have seen, perhaps a little more body there. However, all the flavors are kind of balanced together, so it's nothing kind of over the top in a negative way. Everything seems to kind of meld together. You get some spice, you get some pepper flavor, you get some heat, and you get a little tang of that vinegar. So it kind of reminds me of a rich man's Tabasco sauce. Okay, so you just get a little bit more of each of those flavors, but kind of shares the same flavor profile as a Louisiana hot sauce or a Tabasco sauce. Kind of vinegar, salt, and the peppers being the main thing happening there, and this is again pretty well balanced out between those elements. So hey, that's gonna wrap it for Nitro Force 10. This should go very well. This probably would work very well on rice or even a chicken cheesesteak or something like that, because the rice would kind of soak up the liquid really good, let it settle in there, and hey, you'll be looking at some good eating. Alright, so again, we'll be back to look more at this letter, and time permitting, I'll be able to cover lots of ground. So hey, in the meantime, read your Bibles, say your prayers, and until I see you next show, God bless.